Broken Bobby, back at it. So, yeah, I was off for a little bit. Life going on, But here we go. Some changes coming. And if you're rewatching this, just go ahead and jump forward to 4 or 5 minutes. Hopefully, we'll be off and running by then. So, hope everybody is doing well. So, we'll give it a minute, see if we can get a few people in here and we'll get going. So, let's go to all messages. Don't look like anybody's in here just yet, so we'll see what we got. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome. So I haven't done a live in a couple of weeks, and I'm slowly working my way back into it. I had to work last night. I was planning to go live last night, but had to work, so got to go get the money, basically. This life is not cheap. In my pursuit of trying to have nice things. But, it all starts with sobriety. Without that, you might have nice things temporarily, but it's not the long-term deal. So, but I am back. Almost, Andreas. What's cracking, buddy? How you doing? It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on, but figured I would check in and see what everybody is up to. I just kind of been laying low, bro. Haven't been feeling too great. Dealing with some car issues, and didn't uh, didn't really feel like I had a positive message to put out. You know what I mean? So I just kind of laid low in the cut, and now I am back. What's up, Rohan? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so do me a favor, guys, hit that like button if you would be so kind. And if you're new here, subscribe. This channel's about sobriety and recovery. And, talk about life, basically. I'm doing all right, Rohan. Hope you are as well. So, we get sober, right? And a lot of people get the misconception that, if I just get clean, everything will be all right. And it isn't necessarily the case. I mean, things are going to be better with sobriety, no doubt about it. But, that doesn't mean that you don't have to pay the light bill anymore, that your car isn't going to break down, your dog die, whatever the scenario may be. So, life still happens. Life still happens. Whether you're sober or not, you just, in a sober state of mind, you have the ability to make better decisions because you're thinking clearly and you're not just living by the seat of your pants and burning everything down. So that's kind of uh, what it is and what this channel is about. Andrea said Siggy time. Let's go ahead and go on outside and do that. So, what's everybody up to tonight? Like I said, I hope everybody is doing well. Um, life is just happening. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Grind, even though you seem to be mimicking what Rohan said. Interesting. Oh, now Rom. Okay. What's up, Monk? How are you tonight, bro? I'm hanging tough. Been a pretty crazy couple of weeks. Life's been happening as it does. But, I'm still here, I'm still sober, still doing my thing, man. So, hope everybody is well. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already, and you know, share the channel. It helps to spread the message. I haven't really been doing much as far as content lately, but I'm gonna get back on that. There's some changes coming in the coming weeks. Yeah, Monk. Ultimately, what happened was I ended up junking the Corolla, and I got a Camry today. So, it's not a new car or anything like that. It's a 2014. It's nice ride. You know, gonna have a payment for a while, but it. I'll just have to step up my game, make some more money. So it seems like every time I take on a car note, I'm always telling myself, "How am I going to pay for this?" But every time I've done it, I've been successful in paying it off, and so. Oh, you got a 2013? You got a Camry too, Monk, or just a 2013 is what you're saying? I really like the Camrys compared to the Corolla. That thing rides like a Cadillac. Thanks, Q. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's still the honeymoon stage, so I'm just loving everything about it right now. But you know, it's oh, you got a Honda Pilot. Okay, cool. Yeah, those are cool. A little more room in those. Yeah, that Camry, like it compared to the Corolla, this thing rides like a Cadillac. Like it's really got a much smoother ride, to it. Not quite the fuel economy, but it is what it is. So it was a payment that I feel like I can afford. Um, they hooked me up with some good insurance. It's not too bad either. So because you got to have the full coverage on financing, but all in all, it'll help the credit. It'll help me to get back and forth to work because my commute's about an hour. So I got to have a reliable vehicle to make that happen. So, so what are you up to, Monk? It's Sunday night now. Damn, I went to work last night. We had some new drivers that needed to be trained, so I came in to assist with that, and that worked out well. You know, I for the most part I enjoy training new drivers. Every once in a while I get one where it's like somebody needs to come and get this guy, but this wasn't that, so that was cool. What's up, Diddy? How are you? Did you see on that new WWE uh, 2K25 somebody? Oh man, that sucks, Monk. Hopefully you don't fall into there, bro. Man, I'm good, Diddy. I'm real good. Appreciate you tapping in, bro. Um, I forgot what I was. Oh, the WWE 2K25. So I seen on TikTok it said you can have a Diddy character on there, and his finishing move is. If you guys are familiar with wrestling, there used to be a wrestler named Rikishi that would do the stink face, where he'd put his butt in your face. Um, and you know, but with Diddy, he puts his front in your face. It looked funny yet troubling at the same time, I guess. You know what I mean? Oh, nice. Well, that's good, Monk. I'm glad to hear it, bro. Mexican G, Cubole, homie. How are you? Good to hear from you. Haven't heard anything from Mike. Can you comments by um man, I lost my train of thought again. Oh, I haven't heard from Joel or G in a while, or Ezekiel for that matter. I wonder how everybody's doing. He says cracking on Ben. Well, we replaced the car today, Mexican G. Didn't really want to take on a payment, but it was just at that point. The other car had 250,000 miles on it, and like it was tired. You know, going up and down the Cajon Pass will do that to a car. So I moved on, got a Corolla, or not a Corolla, a Camry rather. You know. People spamming is what that is. I think it's probably like one guy with 6 accounts that's doing that in the chat. If moderators hear me, if you see that spamming going on, just time them out, please. All right, I'm coming back inside. But yeah, there's going to be some new and exciting changes coming to the channel. So be on the lookout for that. Oh, that's good, Mexican G. I'm glad to hear it, brother. Got another interview on Tuesday. I'll keep you in my prayers, bro. Yeah, you know what? You just got to keep on grinding, bro. You know what I mean? At some point, somebody's going to say, you know what? Come on. And then you're going to have your chance to show the others what they were missing. You know what I mean? So, you know, do your thing. Hey, Monk says, hey, anyone following the Wes Watson Wang thing? I don't know what the Wang thing is. Yeah, of course, Mexican G. But I actually did a video on Wes when, excuse me, when the cops took him in for questioning, and man, dude was trying to talk his way out of he was just going for questioning. You know what I mean? My channel's about sobriety or aura in recovery. I just been on for about 15 minutes. Ezekiel, what's up, buddy? Hope you are well. Oh yeah, so Wes hits a small extension. I'm not sure what you mean there, Monk, but yeah, he I felt embarrassed watching him when he was talking to those cops. Man, but he came down to the gym and he hit me first. Like, get out of here. Oh, on the last live I told you I had an interview. The interview went smooth, but they basically told me to, oh wow. Yeah, that sucks, bro. What's going on, Ezekiel? Why you live in hell, brother? He's packing a snub nose. Ooh, Wes is? Brody, what is up, brother? How are you? Right? Yeah, Wes is a character. You know, there's another channel. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I've talked about it in some of my videos, but it's called Solid Behind Blue Eyes. And it's about this this guy, I believe his name is Brent Daniels. He was in the shoe for like 29 years. Hey, that's good to hear, Brody. But somebody asked him, oh, okay. Somebody asked him what would happen to Wes Watson if he would land on a 3 or 4 yard, and he just laughed. He said, I think you know how that would turn out. But yeah, dude gives you the real on the corruption and stuff that's going on in there, you know? Brody says, I was in a medical induced coma, was going through renal failure. Damn, bro, I'm sorry to hear about that. I remember you had told me something about that before, and then I didn't hear from you for a long time. So I was keeping you in my prayers, bro, uh, because yeah, I remember hearing about that, and then I didn't hear from you for a while. So I was worried about you. Ezekiel says, my girlfriend of 2 years faked her death. I have been sick on and off. And then on April 6th, Sunday, I fell down. Oh, man, that's terrible, brother. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Just keep pushing forward, bro. It will get better. There's a song, Ezekiel, like it's Los Tigres del Norte, called La Tumba Falsa. And I like that song. It's like the girl was like my Spanish ain't the greatest, but like the girl was, maybe she was cheating or something, or she ran off, and the dad told the kids that she had died. And then I think eventually, like, she comes back and it's like a big old mess. You know what I mean? You, Brody says, thank you, brother. Turns out I'm too old to be getting shot now. Man, I hear that, bro. I hear that. My Lord. I don't, I don't even want nothing to do with any of that stuff anymore. That used to sort of be the lifestyle back then, but it's been a while. My grandma fell down last Friday. She got hurt badly, and now my little sister just got rushed to the hospital. She's been having stomach problems for the past 6 months. Damn, bro. Yeah, it sounds like things are not going so well. I'll definitely keep you in my prayers, Ezekiel. And, you know, just have faith in God, bro. And things will get better. I do believe that. I was kind of going through a dark period the last couple of weeks, like just, you know, uh, life happening. Life happening. And, sometimes we say to ourselves, man, you know, I'm a good dude. Like, I work hard, I do this, I do that. And, why aren't more good things happening? But, everything happens for a reason. I do believe that. And, you know, we we do get through it. It can be difficult, but just have faith, bro. Yeah, so yeah, I worked last night. They actually called me today and asked me if I could come in, and I told them I could come in, and then they said, "Never mind, don't come in." Like, kind of frustrating, but Brody says, "Oh man, your grandma will be in my prayers. I just got out of the hospital myself." That's good stuff, Brody. Yeah. Well, it's a good thing you got 18 years sober, Ezekiel, or is it 19 now? Because if you weren't in the right state of mind, this would be a lot worse, bro. You know? Um, but yeah, we'll definitely keep her in our prayers. So let's go back outside again. 19th on. Oh, nice. My son's 21st is Tuesday the 16th. So that's good stuff, bro. Yeah, me and the wife's youngest baby is gonna be 21 already, man. It the stuff trips me out. Like, I got kids that are in their 20s and 30s already. One's gonna be 40 soon. My God, what happened? Oh man, you can't silence me. Says, hey brother, man, I effed up tonight. My wife gave me her pay card and I drank excessively. Oh, bro, he is the youngest but tallest. Q, you're right, man. You got to make that right. You can't silence me. You know, sometimes we make mistakes. Like I've been there and done that, but you know, hopefully you and the wife can move past that and don't let that become like a recurring situation. Do me a favor, guys, hit that like button while you're in here, and if you're new, be sure to subscribe. I'm going to be dropping some more content this coming week, so be on the lookout for that. I'm also working all the overtime they'll give me at this point, because we just got our car, and um, gotta pay for it. Monk says, you can't learn and grow from this. Absolutely. Absolutely. You made a mistake, you got carried away a little bit, but, you have to take from this and make this a learning moment, where, this isn't going to continue to happen, because that would definitely put a major strain on your relationship. But I wish you the best, bro. Maybe you might want to see about like trying to find a meeting or something to go to, like a AA or something. And quite a bit lately, just messed up tonight. Wish there was an AA meeting on YouTube Live or something. Yeah, there. Somebody told me that there are 24 hours a day that are like that. If anybody's in the chat and they know what that's called, please drop a comment and let you can't know where he can find that, because I don't remember what it's called, but there are like live AA meetings that you can do. Like it's like via Zoom type of thing. So it's definitely out there. If not, maybe you might want to Google live AA meetings online or something and see what you can find. So, yeah, I'm going to try to drop a couple more stories this week for everybody to check out. If you are new here, like I said, be sure to subscribe. Check out my playlist. I got stories from LA County, Riverside County, San Bernardino County, as well as the California Department of Corrections. And same here. You can't. I hear you, bro. I hear you. Uh, like I said, I would Google it and see what you can find. Maybe it might just be like a link that you click or something, and it'll bring you into the room, and then like you're on camera along with, and then it'll show other people on camera as well. You know what I mean? Probably about 2 weeks, Ezekiel. I know I didn't do it last weekend. I don't remember the weekend before, to be honest with you, but I was having some struggles with the car, and you know, yeah, absolutely. You can't, and I wish you the best of luck. Seriously, um, you know, you can definitely work it out. I think so. Uh, check it out and see what you can find, bro. And appreciate you tapping in. Might be worth the shot. So yeah, but as far as how long it's been, a couple weeks. Like I was kept messing with that Corolla, and I agree. I agree with you. You can't. I First thing I quit was the crystal, and then I started drinking. And the thing about drinking and cigarettes, even, You can't stop and get gas or anything without seeing a Budweiser sign or a Marlboro sign or, you know, something of that sort. So, what's up? Swap? No. I'm going to call you SJ, all right? What's up, SJ? How you doing, brother? So, yeah, we're just talking a little bit about sobriety tonight. And, you know, you don't, the thing is, when you go down that rabbit hole of addiction or alcoholism, it always leads you to places you don't want to be. I mean, I didn't want to be. Unfortunately, I got so comfortable with being locked up. Sometimes I wanted to be there more than I wanted to be out, it seemed like. Like I would get out and go on a bender for a while and they'd slap them handcuffs on and I would feel like the weight of the world came off my shoulders. Because I know how to do time. You know what I mean? Or at least I did back then. I don't know. It's a different world in the prison system nowadays. But, I've been out for, oh, I'm coming up on 20 years out now. So I got out in April, not April, something, early part of 2006. Maybe it was February. February, they shipped me out of Delano, and uh, and then they sent me back down to Riverside County because I was wanted down there. And then I spent a couple more weeks in Riverside County before I finally got out. But yeah, it's been a while. You can't say, hope I can get all the way sober. Drinking makes a fool of me. Often I was thinking about going to jail other night just to quit. That's what it took for me, bro. I'm not suggesting that you give up your freedom for that, but I will tell you it's a good place to dry out. It was for me. And, um, like in the California county jail system, some of these county jails, like LA County Jail, Riverside County Jail, some parts of San Bernardino County Jail, are dangerous places. So it forces you to get your mind right as quickly as you can because, a lot of violence occurs in there. So uh, Ezekiel says, yeah, but I was really bad after my concussion. I had really bad lower back pain and I gave myself whiplash to the point where I couldn't move my neck or turn my head. But after 3 days, I was better. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Concussions can be really bad, bro. And you hit it on the head right there. You can't. I gave up my freedom to alcohol. And that's what we do with alcoholism and addiction. We give up our freedom. Yeah, we're not locked up, but are we truly free? No, I don't think so. Like when I was an addict, like things controlled me. And, like I couldn't really like go do a vacation or anything because I didn't have a connection where I wanted to go vacation at. So I actually went up to Vegas for the week and I ended up driving back down like a 3.5 hour drive back to score. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's it's a real it's a mess. Yes, Mexican G. I heard about dude. I heard he shot it out in TJ. Uh, with the I don't know if it was the federales or if it was the American cops or who it was, but um, I don't know exactly how that turned out. But yeah, dude was running for a while. Like he did a good job of disappearing. Crazy dude. He's not going. Yeah, he said, "I'm not going back, fool. You're gonna have to kill me." He took out a cop. Yeah, he took out a cop in TJ. Man, that's crazy. So I don't know. Did he make it worse? You gonna end up in a Mexican prison? I heard some of the conditions down there in the Mexican prisons. pretty wild, you know? So I don't know if they'll extradite him back because he's already on a life sentence in Cali. So now he like really screwed himself, you know? If I have fun, I want to drink. If I have a bad day, drink. If I'm sleep, yeah. If I'm energetic, drink. It's like I find excuses. Yeah. And that's what the disease does to us, right? It you know, I've been good for a whole week. I do just one beer, right? Or just one shot or whatever it may be. But we all know it don't stop there, right? Once you open up that Pandora's box, it's game on again, Or at least it was for me. I got to the point. I remember they told me in rehab, you have to play the tape all the way through. And that was one of the things that really made a difference in me remaining sober. Because in playing the tape all the way through, basically what that means, if you don't know, it's okay, if I do this, drink a beer, snort a line, smoke a pipe, whatever it may be, where does it lead? What is the end result of me doing so? And, for me, the end result was handcuffs. Didn't matter. Might not be today, might not be this week, might not be this month, but I'm going to end up in handcuffs. And I'm going to end up on the run, and I'm going to make it worse because I'm going to be committing more crimes because I'm on the run. So, yeah, nah, I completely agree with you. You can't back up my head into the hard ground in the grass did not help with the blow. My uncle saw it happen, and he said it looked like I got tackled. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. What's up, Stuart MC? How are you tonight? I hope you are doing well. Uh, whatever we saw, we will. Whatever we sow, we will reap. I agree. Absolutely. Absolutely. And like I said, the thing is, for me, I know if I use, even if I were to use today, it's no different than it was 20 years ago, except now everything's got fentanyl in it. So, there's the risk of the overdose, but the one thing that isn't a risk is that I'm going to go to jail. So, if I were to make that decision to use, then basically I'm basically calling the county jail and making a reservation.
I see you eyeing me.
Oh yeah. I saw my clothes when they rip. Huh? I don't understand that. Hey, what's up, friends? And Hearn Gaming, how you doing? Tim, what's up, brother? How are you tonight? Lot of good friends popping in tonight. I appreciate you all. Um, I know it's not friends like we go hang out together and stuff, but a lot of you on here mean a lot to me. You reap what you sow. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, okay. I said I saw my clothes. Okay, I get it now. Uh, I'm doing well, bro. I'm doing well. What's up, Wild Bill? How are you? I'm doing all right. So for those of you, and I'm terrified of going to hell if I die. I believe in the Christ Jesus and ask for strength every day. But I fear if I don't quit drinking, I won't get into heaven. I hear you, bro. Because the thing is, when we're drinking or using, our ability, our moral compass kind of goes out the window at times, And, that's not a good thing, obviously, right? So it's crazy. I went in there and set up the lights and everything, but yet I'm sitting out here on a weight bench in the dark talking to you guys. I always smoke more cigarettes when I'm doing a live, so and it's a nice night out here tonight. But yeah, Keep fighting the good fight, though. You can't. I wish he would come back, Ezekiel. I haven't heard from him in a while, you know? Where's G at? I appreciate that, Wild Bill. Uh, Brody says, you mean a lot to us, Bobby. I was happy to see you're still going live. Appreciate that, Brody. Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since I've been on, but you know, I'm gonna start pushing on this a little bit more again, you know. So I'm glad you tapped in though, bro, because I was really wondering what had happened with you. I agree, man. I do wild stuff. Wouldn't normally, yeah, and that's that's me as well, you know. Like, if I'm getting high, I might just be chasing somebody down the street with a pew pew, just because I don't like how many times they pass by my house, type of stuff, you know. So no, it's not cold, Wild Bill. It's been warm during the day. We're getting probably mid 80s overnight, 56 or something like that. Maybe it cools down real nice, but not cold anymore. Definitely. I think I was looking at the forecast for maybe it's this coming week, and I think Friday is supposed to be a colder day. Nitro Bob, what is up? How you doing? It well, we got everybody tapping in tonight. That's cool. I appreciate you guys. Definitely. I'm doing well, brother. I'm doing well. I hope you are also. It's cold here to Bill. Oh, you're in Michigan? Oh, man. I know you guys get some real cold weather out there. Do me a favor, guys. Smash that like button if you would. I would greatly appreciate it. We getting winter started down here in New Zealand. Wow. So you're just getting over the hot, huh? And now I like the cold season a lot more, to be honest. I'm just not one that does well in the heat. Um, when it gets over 100, I'd rather stay in the house and you know and enjoy that air conditioning. You know, uh, it's raining in India. Okay, cool. Appreciate that, friends. Yep, doing good. Thanks. What you been up to lately? Well, I got rid of my old car and we went and got a car today. Not a new car, but a new to us car. It's a 2014 Camry, and I like it. You know, it's we're in the honeymoon stage right now as far as the car goes. So I love everything about it. You know, but uh, you know, a reasonable payment. You know, uh, something I feel I can maintain. You know, so that's cool. I'm really happy about that. Yeah, I do. I sure do. It's inside. I set up the lights and everything inside, and then I decided to come outside and smoke. So rather than just keep walking back and forth, Wild Bill says, "Hell, I don't like the cold. I would rather be outside in the heat instead of outside in the cold." Buzzy, what is up, man? How are you tonight? Yeah, I think because honestly, Wild Bill, I think because I'm in Southern California and I'm kind of spoiled with the weather, I guess you would say. Like when it gets really cold up here in the high desert where I'm at, like it might be like high 20s. Um, we don't get a lot of snow. Occasionally it will, you know. But I think that's why I feel that way, you know. I'm happy you finally got rid of. Yeah, it was time, bro. It was time. Uh, I noticed since my brain damage, I like the cold better myself. Used to shovel asphalt, but now I flag traffic because of my brain injury or maybe age. I don't know. LOL. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I think that's what it is because if it's 28 degrees outside or something on a really cold night, it's not that bad. I can throw on a hoodie and a beanie and I'm good, you know. But when it's 105, there ain't a whole lot you can do. There's only so many clothes you can take off, you know. And I agree, Nitro Bob. I love sleeping when it's freezing cold too. You know, Buzzy says, call that 24-hour phone number for AA. They will help you. Great stuff, man. Great stuff. You can't sound like me. It says it's 45 out here. Keep it 60 inside. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look up AA in the town you're in. Call the phone number. There it goes. That's amazing, Ezekiel. And we're glad to have you here, brother. Glad to have you here. Let's take it back inside so we can get a drink of coffee now. We're back and forth. As far as the showers go, I'm more towards the cold. My wife will set up a shower that'll melt your brain. I just can't do that. Like mine's got to be lukewarm. Looks like Nitro Bob's only 25, Ezekiel. So, yeah, wanted to get on here and check in with you guys again because, like I said, it's been a little while. But, I want you all to know I appreciate you guys following and supporting the channel. I'll try to get some more content out. Okay. Akil says, both cold and hot. Start it cold or hot, then switch. It helps get rid of cortisone. That's good to know. Buzzy says, who needs help? I'm in AA. You Can't Silence Me was asking about a meeting, Buzzy. He was talking about like an online meeting or something of the sort. What's up, Tony? Your favorite method is out of the pinta? Okay, that's one way of putting it, I guess, Tony Baloney. Oh, man. Right, Nitro? Bob? He says, to be 19 again, I would do so much stuff differently. Yes. You Can't Silence Me says, I'm trying to find the 24-hour number. Okay, cool. Mexican G says, Delano inmate is crazy-ass fool. He capped on some cops, then escaped my changing into fireman uniform in the bushes. Wow. That's crazy. Man. Oh, man. 19 again? Unfortunately, if I was 19 again, if we were playing this tape over, I would be addicted to drugs. So maybe we could push it back a little bit further. We could go to 16. I could change some things and I would have never had to deal with addiction. But at the same time, I feel like I wouldn't be the person I am had I not. So, everything happens for a reason, Yes, sir, but it could be because I'm not used to being in the cold, so my body can't. Yeah, here in down South Louisiana, it never gets too cold. Yeah, I hear you. I'd be rich, so I know now. Probably should go back to 15 just to be safe, right? Man. Damn, did everybody just leave? I'm only showing one in the chat right now. I think there should be more than one. Is there more than one of you out there right now? Let me know, okay? So, 9 of us, okay. Yeah, mine's showing one for some reason. It just dipped. I was like, damn, did I piss everybody off? Bobby, the one on chat happens. Yeah. Okay. I only see one on my end. Okay. That's the trip. We got like 4 different people commenting about how it shows one on their end, but I don't know. YouTube's tripping, I guess. They may be doing that because I smoked on camera. They don't seem to like that. I tried to do a TikTok live, and I had a cigarette lit when I was starting it, and it said, "Oh, you may be, uh, you may be restricted in who can see this because using tobacco products." And I'm like, "Bitch, I'm a grown ass." What is me smoking a cigarette gonna do? I doubt some kid is gonna look at me smoking a cigarette and be like, "Wow, that guy looks cool. I should go get a cigarette." Like, come on, knock it off. But it is what it is. Has to be really cold in order for me to fall asleep. My blankets and pillows has to be really cold. Yeah, I like it to be cold to sleep too. Buzzy says, I've been sober for 19 years. Let me know how I can help. Good stuff, Buzzy. To not Toby. I'm up to 4 over here. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm showing 4 right now too. Appreciate that, Reed Henderson. Yeah, we're talking about sobriety. We're talking about life. Uh, life is always happening. And just because you decide to get sober doesn't mean that, you know, that all the clouds are going to part and it's suddenly going to become a beautiful sunny day and, you know, you're growing cash in the garden type of stuff. Like, life don't get perfect just because you get clean. But it does give you the opportunity to have better thought process in the decisions we make so that we don't burn so many bridges and, you know what I mean, isolate ourselves the way we do while we're addicted. So, uh, that's good stuff. Ezekiel and Reed. Man, they smoking weed on here doing meth. Yeah, exactly. They're on Facebook Live doing drive-bys and shit, and those videos get millions of views. I don't know why you would want to do a drive-by while you're recording yourself, but hey, if you know, if a viral video is worth doing life without parole to you, then more power to you, I guess. Yeah. I stumbled across some crazy lives, some of people sleeping like, yeah, I see that on TikTok sometimes. Like, they're not really like talking. They're just, it's almost as if they're like ignoring the camera. And I'm like, why would, and I look and there's like thousands of people watching them, you know what I mean? And I'm like, how does that work? How exactly does that work? Like, I wish I could go live and just like drive to work and get thousands of views, uh, not saying anything. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. Maybe that's why there's only 6 in here right now. Maybe if I just shut up and gaze off into the distance, more people will come. Cheers. I do not know. I do not know. What's up, Dizzy Peanut? How you doing? Okay, yeah, I'm up to 9 now. Maybe that's the thing. I don't know. Maybe go to the gym and put it on live and just work out and don't say nothing. I don't know. Seems like it'd be kind of boring though. Probably have like 15 people walk in front of the camera too, so I don't know. I overthink everything. That's just my thing though. All right, guys. Well, I think if yes, definitely. Work has been pretty good, Nitro Bob. I went in and claimed an overtime day yesterday, so that was kind of cool. That'll help with paying for this new car. But Flacco back to the Browns. Wow, that's cool. Who do you think the Browns are going to take in the draft? I've been really paying a lot of attention to the draft stuff lately. We got the 11th pick. I think we're probably going to end up with like Mike Green or somebody, the edge rusher. Um, if we don't go O lineman, offensive tackle. So I'm really looking forward to the draft. Like, Me and my son are really into that stuff, so we pay a lot of attention to it. And hell, if I didn't have to work those days, we'd probably have a draft party or something, just because it's cool. Making fun of the guy the chat was doing that to him, and I'm gonna give y'all something to talk about. And he hit oh my god, wow. That's crazy, Wild Bill. It looks like Buzzy's clowning on Flacco. Hey, whatever works. I'm just hoping we get Brock Purdy signed and maybe draft a late round quarterback with bigger hands that don't fumble the ball in the snow. But I do love Brock Purdy. I just overthink things. So we'll be in the NFC Championship game in the snow and we'll lose the game because he throws an interception like he usually does when the weather's bad. I don't know. I think we're going to head towards wrapping it up here shortly, guys. If you have any last minute questions or comments that you would like me to read and answer, if I feel comfortable answering them, then I will do so. If not, we're going to wrap it up here right about at the hour mark. We're at just about 52 minutes right now. So, well, that's a bust. Even the inpatient detox is $7,000 a week. Jail might be my only hope. Do they have county beds? You can't silence me. In Cali, what they'll do is if you're lower income, you can get on a county bed. There may be a waiting list for that, but that might be something you can look into. Yes, it is. I didn't think he was gonna have the balls to do it, but shit, fooled me. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Craziest thing I did in the pen. There were most of the craziest times for me were like riots and stuff like that. I got into a few fights, nothing too crazy. You know, did put in some work, you know what I mean? But nothing was really too crazy that I did. But some of the riots were pretty wild. Appreciate your question, Nitro Bob. Nobody takes my state insurance for some reason. Oh man. I'm kidding, bro. I'm a Jets fan. Thank God Rodgers is gone, right? There were some rumors that he could come to San Francisco. I was like, keep that man away from my team. Do not do that. Put a padlock on the basement door and have my wife lock me down there for a week. Just make sure you have plenty of water and something to eat. And maybe have her come and check on you once in a while. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing. But I understand the mindset there. Like when I would try to get clean on my own, like I would try to sleep until I just couldn't sleep anymore. And the further you kept me away from everybody and everything, the better I seemed to do. But no, I completely understand where you're coming from, bro. But with alcohol, you do have to be careful with the detox because if you were a heavy drinker, then the delirium trend, the DTs, I think you know what I'm talking about, where you get the shakes. Because okay, but people have been known to have seizures and stuff like that. So if you do try to isolate yourself to detox, make sure you have the wife or somebody come and check on you once in a while just to make sure that you're good, or some form of communication to where you can make a call if you need help, because that like I had an uncle that was a bad alcoholic, and like he would have hallucinations and stuff when he would detox. So I shouldn't end the live yet. Yeah, and I agree with what Buzzy says. Whatever it takes, just make sure to do it in the safest manner that you can. In doing so, that's what I'm saying. Make sure you have a form of communication in case you need help, or have somebody come and check on you once in a while, and just make sure that you're good. Uh, from around a half fifth a day for years to two double shot. Ooh, get rid of that alcohol. Yeah, absolutely. I know in California, I've seen in like some of the emergency rooms, it says if you need help with like opiates or alcohol, there's like numbers that you can call. I don't know. Uh, maybe you can look into that. Maybe they might be able to help you with some sort of detox. My neighbor fight the demons all the damn time. Yeah, it gets rough. Like the you feel a whole lot better, bro. Yeah, and absolutely, I agree. Like it's a process to get right, but once you do get right, man, you're gonna feel good. Like you're naturally feel happy. That's it. Um, all right, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I appreciate you all tapping in. If things aren't too crazy tomorrow, maybe I will do another live tomorrow night. So tap in with me if I do. If I do, it's going to be somewhere between 8 and 9 California time. Uh, I'll check it out and got kicked out of one emergency room a few months ago for being too rowdy and drunk. But I'll call around tomorrow. All right, sounds good, bro. Yeah, like I said, maybe I'll be on again tomorrow night between 8:30 and or 8 and 9 Cali time. So be on the lookout for that. Tap in with me and let me know what's going on, how that's working out, okay? Uh nobody even there are around him. Uh man, on your birthday, that's Friday. I'll be at work, bro. Maybe if I go on Saturday, I'll make you an honorary mod for the night. Uh Hey, I appreciate you too. You can't, and best of luck in your journey to recovery. Believe me, it is definitely worth it. It's, you know, call AA to get meeting. Trust me, life changing. Absolutely, absolutely. And those in person meetings, like I always say, go to the meeting. You don't have to talk. You don't have to share or anything. Just go and listen. Just go and listen and keep going. And at some point, you'll feel compelled to share your story as well so that you can help the newcomers to understand that the program does work. So, once again, I wish you the best of luck with that, bro. I'm really glad I got on here and had a chance to talk with you and everyone else in the comments. Thank you all for tapping in. Just remember, guys, it's all about the company that we keep. If you're hanging around a bunch of people that are alcoholics or addicts, what do you think you're going to be? You don't even have to be one yet, but keep hanging around people that are passing a pipe around. Eventually, it's going to end up in your hand and you're going to take a hit. So, keep company with people that are like-minded to you in doing the kind of things that you're hoping to accomplish, and good things will happen. So Wild Bill says, all right, Mr. Bobby, you have a blessed night. You do the same, Wild Bill. I appreciate you tapping in. May God shine blessings on you and your families. Love you all and hope you have a great day. Same to you. You can't silence me. They will not silence you. Like I said, if I'm not on tomorrow night, I'll be back on next weekend for sure. So be on the lookout, and I'd love to hear an update from you. You can't silence me. Thank you all for tapping in. Family, fitness, and freedom are the things that allow me to get my life together and become sober for over 20 years. And it can do the same for you. Uh, you just gotta jump in and do your thing. Thank you, Q. I appreciate it. And don't look at the mountain. Just start climbing. Have a good one, guys. Appreciate that. You can't silence me. All right, guys. Have a good one. Later.